Alright, so this is a little bit off the wall from anything I guess that I have on my YouTube channel and stuff. I actually work at a box factory, and I made my own homemade cat scratcher. As you can see, it's been used. I did this Friday, and today is the following Sunday. It's not level. I mean, you can probably see that. I did this all by hand. I do have a bandsaw at work. If I decide to try and do one of these again, I will probably decide to do that to make them more evenly cut. But they don't seem to mind, and this is very easy to make. And I did this from scrap board that the machines didn't need, that they had on the scrap cart to go to the hogger. So I snagged a bunch of them, and these are all single walls. What I mean by that, I have it duct taped, but the single walls are like this. If it was a double wall box, it would be like this. It would have double flutes on one sheet. If you can find those are going to be better in the long run. But all these are single wall sheets. They're not all part of the same set of stock. Some of these are a little bit mismatched. If I can find one, I will show you. It's hard to tell, but some of these the flutes are a little bit different. In case you don't know, the flutes are these little zigzag patterns inside the box. Anyway, so here's one of my cats, and she actually really likes it. I don't know if she'll actually use it with me recording or whatnot, but I brought this home Friday, and literally by that afternoon I brought it up to this room that I'm currently in. That is kind of where their litter box is. It's our spare bedroom and stuff, and they actually started using this right away. I was kind of surprised, but it's very easy to make. The duct tape was just something I threw together. You can glue it, I guess. I didn't put any like super glue or box glue. I have access to box glue at where I work, but I didn't want to do that because I don't know how those smells of the two, even after drying, would deter them. So I just decided to duct tape everything. I duct taped the ends. It was kind of hard to do that. I actually took and had a flat surface that I bumped all this up against and pushed the other side, and then took a piece of duct tape that was long enough to go around both ends and pushed it and did it like that to hold one side, and then flipped it around and did it the other way. And then after I got that, I taped all of the ends off pretty much like that, and then took a big piece of duct tape and went all the way around the center of it. Now, like I showed you before, it's pretty easy to pull these flutes out. It's not as, I guess, solid as you would get from the store buying one. But for this, they pretty much stand on top of it, like right in here with their back claws, and I guess this is what that's from. And then they scratch their front claws up here or whatnot. So it's very sturdy. This, I would say, with the duct tape and all this board together, is probably around 2.5, 3 pounds. So it stays pretty stationary. Once they put, all their 13, 14 pounds on top of it and start scratching, it's not going to go anywhere. Especially on this carpet, it doesn't really move anyway. But it's very cheap to make these. You can actually probably get any cardboard from anywhere, even just scrap boxes, as long as you have whatever dimensions you're trying to make it. It should be easy enough to cut it all out. Now, like I said, this is a little bit uneven. It's not as even as I would like it, but they don't seem to be complaining. I did take some sandpaper actually and rubbed it all through here to kind of make the edges a little less to the point where they would cut their paws or anything, because it's kind of like regular paper. If it's not, I mean, you don't have to sand it down. I'm sure that the ones in the stores, they're not sanded down. I just did that because I didn't want it to hurt their paws because of how uneven it is. You probably don't have to do that, but that was just something I did just to try and prevent it from cutting anything, because the edges of this board, it will cut you if you're not careful. So, I mean, I've sanded it down. That's why it's not doing anything to me. So, but anyway, the dimensions of this, I remember most of them. Lengthwise, these are, I think, 22 inches in length, and the height, they are 3-inch pieces. All the way down, or as close as I could get them, because I didn't do it with a bandsaw. The only thing that I don't know is the ends. I'm not exactly sure what the length is on that. I think it was anywhere from, I did it in increments of 12 pieces. So it could be, it's either 36 or 48 pieces that I actually did, and I was cutting them with a box knife 2 at a time, with a T-square to get them straight as possible. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's double-sided, so when they wear out that side, all I got to do is pretty much flip it over and put it on this side. Like I said, very easy to make, and it was free because it was scrap pieces that we didn't need anymore, so that's why I did it. Anyway, hopefully that gives some people some ideas if that's something you want to make for your cat. The duct tape does not deter them at all. I guess it doesn't really have a smell either, so like I said, they stand right here pretty much and scratch up here. As you can see, you could probably flip it around if you needed to, but then when they're done with that side, all you gotta do is flip it over. So this will definitely be something that I make again in the future, just because of how easy it was, and it's probably saving me, like, I don't know how much they sell them for. I think like $10 to $15, something like that. Maybe not that high, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a pretty easy task, so I recommend doing it if you're trying to save money on trying to buy cat scratchers that are cardboard. I mean, my thing is, who would have thought a cat would have actually liked cardboard to scratch their claws on? But anyway, I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, I will try to answer, but hopefully I covered most of the dimension-wise and what I did to make this, so hopefully you'll be able to do the same thing if that's what you're trying to do. All right, have a good one.